story, Mr. Doom?
I can help. Let's take a look.
Hello there, gang, and welcome to another episode of Displaying Moral Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest action figure video podcast. So take off your pants, crack a beer, and let's talk toys. Let's talk about Mezco's Atticus Doom. Oh my giddy lord. This was a gift. This was a present from Ultra Bra. Friend of the show, Francis, dude, thank you so much. I mentioned on an episode of Good News a little while ago that I was so gutted that I missed out on the Atticus Doom pre-order because I didn't know how Mezco works. I'm still learning. I saw the trailer for Atticus Doom go up. That was so cool. The whole stop motion, animation, voice work, it was incredible. I was like, man, watching it thinking to myself, this is why I love Mezco. It's art. They are creating a whole world, universe all to themselves, and it's so intricately put together. So I sat back and I thought, well, one thing I know about Mezco is it's going to be a few years before we see this guy. Boom! Sold out. It's on the shelves already. Wait, what? What happened? And yes, this was like some Mezco surprise release drop thingamajig where it's like, this is the figure. It's available now. Get your orders in. And I was just left for dust, sucking my thumb. I was like, what? I missed it completely. And I just, lamented about that. I was sobbing into my schnitzel on the camera, and Francis was like, hey, what's up, dude? I got a spare one. Do you want it? Like, holy moly. Yes, I would absolutely love it, dude. Thank you so much. Because this right here, I think it might be my new favourite action figure. It's just got so much incredible stuff going on here. So let's talk about it. First of all, with Mezco, as you can always see, the box, just look at this beautiful packaging, the way it comes, the way it's presented. I mean, it should be nice. You're paying a premium price for it, but what you get for that price is just beautiful. It feels like a luxury, prestige kind of package you're getting. So opening it up, taking a look at all the extras that you get with this little guy, that's what's so beautiful. First of all, we actually get a comic book as well, a proper standalone comic that tells the occult origins of Atticus Doom. And it's great. It's Lovecraftian, it's Cthulhu, it's all this Mezco world that they make with their Rumble Society. I love that so much. The comic book itself, it even has parody adverts and things, advertising stuff in that world, utilizing the different characters and concepts and figures that they've come up with as part of this Rumble Society line. It's that world building and creation that I just get off on it, man. It makes me hot. I'm like, yes, this is what action figures and creativity and artistry is all about. Freaking dig it so much. Now, as for the figure itself, just look at the body. Let's just start out with the body. I've got a couple of accessories on this guy already because I just wanted to show off some of the different effects and styles that we can have. First of all, he's small. He's not a big, imposing character, and I kind of like that because this character of Atticus Doom is a normal human being, just a sort of maybe a little bit Indiana Jones-ish kind of explorer who then gets this Cthulhu power imbued in him and kind of corrupted, but kind of able to control it as well. This dude's battling like a permanent force fight between the powers of good and evil. That's just... I dig that. So it's a smaller kind of body that works so well. Everything on here, as you would probably imagine from Mezco, it's all material. It's all actual legit cloth and fabric that make up this whole costume. And it's just stunning the amount of work that goes into. You've even got like the little belt buckle. You got the belt buckle on his trousers, the individual clips on his waistcoat. You've got this separate piece. The scarf, the red scarf, is separate. It can be removed, but I mean, why would you want to? It looks beautiful like this. Then even his shoes. Are these brogues? I think they're called brogues. I might be completely wrong, but proper sort of London 60s mod culture zip ups at the side. It's that amount of attention to detail And even the stitching on the trousers is at a scale where it looks kind of right. Because that's always a little bit of a difficulty with Mezco. It's because they use actual fabric and cloth. When you have stitches, the stitches obviously are in our human scale. So the stitches look a bit too big. It's like, that doesn't kind of work because you can't shrink down thread. It doesn't work like that. But here, it's kind of works into the style of the clothes, so it doesn't look glaring. It just looks like real manufactured trousers that he's walked into some shop and bought, and that's just incredible. The grey, black, and red with the gold highlights, it just pops. It looks nice. It looks kind of gothic and noir. That's what I was thinking, a gothic noir style. And then the trench coat. Everyone looks cooler in a trench coat. And this, of course, it's wired, baby. Gotta love the wired trench coat. So you can have this billowing in the wind as he's casting his magic spells. Plus even the actual strap on the coat, the buckle, is wired too. So you can totally have it all flying out around him. And then we move up to the moneymaker itself. The skull face. So much character. Doesn't he look kind of cute? I really think for a skull head voodoo or, Cthulhu type character, looks really, really cute. There's this little sort of expression where it's like, you think, okay, you do control the powers of darkness, but also you're kind of adorable. I really, really like that. And you can actually put these flame effects into his eyes, and then you've got these kind of fiery, burning Ghost Rider, very, very, very Ghost Rider sort of flame effects going on here. But I find that even though normally I want as many different effects and translucent things on a character as possible, I think when I display him normally, I'll have him without them because I think he loses some of the character. I love these huge, big puppy dog skull eyes. I think they just work really well. But what's one of my favorite points that you actually miss, you don't see, is that he has this removable turban. You pop this turban off and he's got his exposed brain underneath, and you can see with the paintwork and the varnish, it actually looks slick. It looks like a slick brain that's here, like it's real organic. That's so cool. And then inside here, there's an eye amulet, like the third eye into the other dimension in the top of his skull. It's bonkers that this is hidden. This is hidden beneath this turban that has a beautiful flame effect on top as well, with the sort of amulet in the middle. And this brain can actually be removed. You can remove the brain, and then you can actually take out the eye as well. And that's just so much extra work and effort that goes into this little guy here, that when you look at him, you think it's almost like a treasure trove. Like, what else has gone on with this figure? Well, I'll tell you. First of all, we've got all the interchangeable hands. You can see him wearing the awesome tentacle Cthulhu octopus kind of arm here. But there's so much more as well. We've got a nice nautical vibe going on because we have the crab claw too. And I'm going to swap so many of these out all the time. I'm going to keep him in one look, one pose, and then a couple of weeks later, I'll swap it all out because it just gives me so much joy to see these here. You want to have a separate body, really, so you can just have these two different ones on display. But you got the crab claw that opens and closes. It's actually articulatable or articulated on there, so that's really, really great. The other hands, we'll just go over the other hands quickly. He's got his basic gloved hands, and each one of these has the cool eye on the back there. But then he also has, again, this Cthulhu type hand with the tentacles coming off, which are actually snakes. You can see the fingers turn into snakes, and they're soft rubber as well. So they're just kind of slithering towards his enemy. It's, again, just some designer somewhere had so much fun putting this together. Now I get to have so much fun playing with it. Then you've got the other hands in different sort of positions. Plus you also have this kind of fiery, translucent, burning kind of hand. Like he's releasing fire and energy and all sorts of stuff. That you hold it up to the light. Translucent. Gotta love it. So that's really, really beautiful. Then, but wait, that's not all. Sorry the audio sounds different here, but I actually forgot to even mention this, so I'm putting it in now. He comes with a spellbook, and it's not just a modeled spellbook. This is an actual book. You've got a clasp on here, you can open it up, you can flick through the individual pages. each one has a different illustration on it, like it's a Necronomicon. It's just the amount of work that has gone into stuff that some people won't ever even see is absolutely breathtaking. You also get this little cloud effect here as well, so you can have the swirly-whirly magical cloud, kind of, magical cloud effects. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, this almost gets confusing for me because I'm like, wait, what effects go with what, where? It's confusing. I need to watch some more videos like D Amazing's review of this. The guy's so thorough. Double thumbs up, drink your water, because he goes over the different effects and shows how you use them. So you've got the mystical clouds here, and then we also have this beautiful looking fire effect. And I need to double check where this actually goes on to. When I'm editing this video, I'll take a look so that I can see like, oh right, that's how you use it. I'll figure that out. I'm thinking maybe the flame hand attaches in there. I think, ooh, that would make sense actually. Look, I'm discovering this as we go. I think I can see some finger holes. So if I pop the hand in here, I think it might be a little bit of a rummage and a scrummage, but I think that's how that goes. So that would make sense. I'm going to play around with that. But there's still more. We've got on the second layer a whole bunch of other magic effects, and these are beautiful with the sun shining through. You've got all the Cthulhu type designs and runes and all kinds of stuff. And what you can do, this is really, really great. He's got this hand attachment here, which is like opening up a portal. So there's some fabric on the end here, so you can plug this into his arm and it looks like his hand is turning into a portal, and then you can put another magic effect somewhere else with another magic hand, like for example this huge long Cthulhu tentacle coming out of it. So it's like he's having a Doctor Strange style sorcerer battle, and he's like punching through a portal, and out the other side is coming this Cthulhu tentacle or this lobster crab or whatever you want. The possibilities, a little brain freeze there. The possibilities of what you can do with posing this little dude are absolutely off the charts. So much. And then that's not the only thing. The final extra addition you can have to change up the design is the head of Cthulhu. This is so cool because this is where he gets his powers from. I think this is like the dark ancient god. So we can pop the Cthulhu head on here, and then he's full on Atticus Doom Cthulhu style. And like I was saying about having a different body, if you had a different body, because you can take this coat off completely. You can totally remove the trench coat, and that's a different look entirely as well. Then you could have that trench coat around a different body, put the Cthulhu head on there, you got two separate characters. There's so many options. I love that so much. I didn't even mention he's got his great staff as well, and the staff here has this mystical looking skull with the pentagram carved into the forehead and all the different runes on there as well. I can't get over the detail. Again, just looking at the jacket itself, the little buckles on the wrists here that actually function. These function. The coat threads through, and I imagine you can actually tighten the sleeves if you were that way inclined to do so. It's just amazing. Then with the body itself, decent articulation. Like it's not retro Spider-Man, but you still have, again, other reviewers are better at going over articulation, but you have enough movement, as you can see, to really put him in decent poses with ankle rockers and pivots and thigh cuts and swivels, all that kind of stuff. So they don't scrimp out on that. Even though articulation is limited slightly by the way the fabric will move, you can still get some really great poses with this guy. Can you tell? I'm kind of in love with this figure. So folks, that does it for my review of the Mezco Toys Atticus Doom figure. Thank you so much, Francis, for absolutely blowing me away with this gift. The generosity is just off the charts, man. I am so happy, so grateful. This genuinely, I mean, it's so easily one of my favorite action figures ever because it's just got so much love that's been put into making it, and I love new original characters. That's how my action figure collecting has kind of grown and evolved over the last couple of years. Is like I used to buy stuff because it has this wonderful nostalgic value. That's why I love Marvel Legends so much, because it's all the characters that I love. But now I'm getting into discovering new things and making up new headcanon and new ideas that go into these different designs. And this little dude here, you can go nuts coming up with different sort of ideas for what this guy's backstory is. The comic book as well, with all that information that paints that broader picture. Ha! I love this so much. So guys, thank you so much for watching. What do you think of the Mezco Rumble Society? Are you interested in them, or is it actually not something that appeals? Comment below, let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then join the 6-1 clicks by clicking the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to go one step beyond in supporting the channel, you can do by going over to patreon.com/displaying model behavior, where for a few shekels you can enjoy all of the exclusive videos just like these, damned souls. Also, why not go over and pick up a lovely model behavior t-shirt over at teespring.com. Check the link in the description below. Until next time, darkness people, I'm going.
Cup of coffee. Big time.